why does God hide himself? That if God could just appear, if we could see God, it will solve all problems and nobody would be arguing about his existence or not. So the assumption that God is hiding, I think, needs to be questioned. Are things that we don't see hiding from us? Or is it the nature of our eyes, the nature of our ears, the nature of our senses, the nature of our equipment that we cannot detect certain causes? We can usually detect effects, some effects actually. So we can measure the effect of gravity, but we can't see it. We can measure the effect of the magnetic field around the Earth and other fields. We can measure uh, the effects. We can measure the symptoms, but not the cause. Many causes remain invisible, or we can't see the cause, but we can see the effect. And it's not that the cause is hiding, it's just its nature that we can't see certain things. And we thank God we can't see everything. If we could see atoms, if we could see molecules, we would be blind because we would be seeing all the atoms of the air between us and other people. So it's not that it is bad that we can't see everything. So it's not a fault that certain things are beyond our sensory perception. It's not a defect, it's just a quality of how things are. They are beyond our umwelt, they are beyond our sensory perception or the universe that we perceive. They are what is called gaib. We can see the signs of heat, but we can't see heat itself. We can't see a lot of the various forms of energy. We know some things exist. We know there's something that prevents um, atoms from collapsing. We know 99.99% of the space in an atom appears to be empty, but we know if it was a vacuum, it would collapse. So something must be there that is preventing it. It's called dark matter. It's not something we even know what we're talking about. So we just give it a name like dark matter. We know from observation the universe is uh, expanding at a faster rate. We don't know what exactly causes it and where that energy or form of energy uh, that's responsible. So we just call it dark energy. So there's, to assume that we in this universe can't see most of what exists in this universe. If the creator created this whole universe, then I think it would not be illogical to understand that it would be very difficult for us as finite beings to see an infinite. The question, of course, would be what if God allowed himself to be seen by us? Then as soon as we can see God, that makes him finite. Um, and once he is finite, then the next question is, how can you be the creator of an infinite or growing universe if you are finite? And the next question is, well, who created you? And the rest of those questions. So I don't think it will solve the problem of people doubting every answer you give to a question. Where did this come from? We'll always want to know where did that come from and or why, and ultimate causes. And if we say we will only believe what we understand, which also makes sense. Um, but then it also makes sense that if everything we have seen in this universe has a cause, then definitely the universe must have a cause. Because science cannot go beyond the Big Bang, because science cannot go beyond the last 13 point something billion years, is just a limit of science. Science only knows that matter and energy and time began with the Big Bang. So it doesn't know what came before. So it can't say this exists or this doesn't exist. We can't say anything about what causes it or what doesn't cause it. It can simply say it doesn't know. And as time goes, we will get to know more. So, uh, to say that God is hiding himself would just assume that what is invisible is deliberately hiding. I think God has left so many signs in every atom, everything. All the laws of nature have a lawgiver, they have a cause. And just because we don't understand the cause doesn't mean there isn't a cause. We have not yet come. We have not yet come across an exception to that rule that everything has a cause or causes. So I hope that sheds some light on my understanding of a response to the first question.